I think before we go to answering what government can do, there's a need to sensitize women to understand the need to stand up and take up this job that is godly and natural. I call it godly because when you take up the job of peace building, you are doing what God will be happy with. And also, it's natural. Yes, it's inborn in every reasonable and sensible human being to want to resolve conflicts. So it's a natural place for women to wake up and begin to take their position. Somebody asked me this question. You've not asked, but I will ask and answer it. That why do we think women should join in peace building, in dialogue, facilitating dialogue, and also peace mediation and the rest of that? I said, why won't women do that? I said, you have to understand first that the context is that women are also part of the human race, and the conflict that is happening that affects them directly or indirectly. So because they are involved in it, whether as perpetrators or as victims or as survivors, that gives them the competency to work for in peace. And then secondly, again, the way conflict affects men differs completely from the way it affects women. And so oftentimes when you bring, because in many peace building processes you find that men dominate. Sometimes you hardly even find a woman. So in such sittings or platforms, whatever you achieve is only half of the solution, because you are leaving out 50% or if not more of the population that is supposed to be there. And so because men will only talk about the perspective of men, and because they have never been women, so they have no feeling or experience of what women pass through, they will never bring to the table the concerns and fears of women. So we need women. For it to be comprehensive, it must be inclusive. And inclusive means that not just having women at the table like we do, we go and bring tea, no. We must have them to participate, independent participation and active participation, not where they only echo what the men are saying, but that they speak for themselves and they also say how they want it done, and so that. And then thirdly, I have always said that there's no better person to facilitate conflict resolution than the woman, because by her nature as a mother, 2/7, you leave her with the kids. She's also always resolving one conflict or the other. And of course, conflict starts from family, it moves to the street, the community. So anybody who is used to resolving conflict 2/7 a day is competent enough naturally to resolve issues, because women tend to know and understand the psyche of human beings much more than any other person, because she has children, she has boys, she has girls. They grow up to be boys, they grow up to be women, and so she's able to tell their character, their personality, their fears, their vision, their weaknesses, and their strength. And for you to do this kind of work, you have to understand all of this, and women are well equipped, because that is what makes her even a wife, to understand the temperament, the attitude of the husband, his weaknesses, his lapses, his strength. Is something that is not taught in the class, but she naturally learns it, and so she's able to navigate through living with him in spite of his temperament, living with the ills and all of the pressures, living with the society and the expectations of her with limited resources, navigating around, having as many children as she can, yet loving them and making sure that she treats them equally in spite of the challenges. So I've always argued that women are better equipped to manage situations of conflict much more than men, probably because of the position, the God-given position that God has placed them and relationship they have with humanity.
Oh, my name is Lawa Osimisola Halima. Okay, basically, at the end of this event, I expect to learn what peace is according to other people. Since I think there are like 50 young ladies here. So, as a Nigerian youth, there isn't a lot of peace, to be honest. If you think about it, everybody's angry, everybody's tired, everybody's broke and jobless. So, peace is something that is far from everybody's mind. So, my point is, if from here I can get what peace means to different people and how to apply this peace in different people's lives, maybe if I go out there in the community, I can help people find peace in their own lives, something that they relate to. As a young woman, I would like to go out and know that today no man is going to harass me, or my job, my people in my office are going to give me this work to do today, and they won't say, "Oh, she's a girl, oh, and something might be paying her to leave her alone," or that kind of thing. And I want other women to know that I know these things happen, but there's a way we can come together and find peace and unity in this kind of thing. So that's what I'm expecting to learn. And when I learn these things and find peace within myself and from other people's experience, I can take it back to the community. So yeah, that's what I expect to learn.
My name is Chineye Ani. I'm from Edo State. After this 3 days training, I know that they will be able to impact on us how to be a good leader, which is what they are doing now, and also be a peace builder. So I know by God's grace, after this 3 days program, this training, I'll be able to bring up women up on how to become a good leader, how to bring peace into my community in Edo State.
My name is Milki Sayed from Kebbi State. First of all, I'm a development worker. So when I got the invitation, I was happy because my expectation from the workshop is what will help me through my work, because we know women are marginalized. So my expectation that if I come, I will be able to get more light, more knowledge on how to include women in all aspects of life, like leadership, like democratic, all the things that we are marginalized. So I'm hoping before the end of this program, I will get more knowledge. I will get more keys that will help me set my objectives and how to help my other women in community to achieve their own dreams by becoming not only a housewife or a mother, but becoming a role model and inspiration to other women, so that other women, their voices will be out.